Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. Today it's time for Oh So Inspired. There is a brilliant creative team that Call Me Crafty Al has put together. Each month we case a card, and this month it was from Caroline. Down in the description box, you will find a link for the playlist. You click on the playlist, it plays all the videos for you. It also has Caroline's Instagram and her blog post, which is what I'm showing you here, which gives you all the cutting dimensions and information that you need so that you can make the cards that she made. I'm going to case these pretty closely this month. I'm going to use this Boho Blossom for my focal point from Unity Stamp Co. I just picked these up. They're on sale and I love them. I have this uplifting set from May and then this kind of deckled edge set from Cat Scrappiness. There was a square that lined up perfectly with the Unity stamps, so I'm keeping it super simple and making 3 cards today. I have this sheet of paper that is from cleaning up my desk when I use inks or watercolor on my glass mat. I often will clean them up with a scrap piece of paper, and then I put it off to the side and have it in my stash. And I just love having them already ready to go. So this is just me cleaning up ink off of my mat is how I got this sheet of paper. I stamped each image with VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and which is a pigment ink. Takes a little while to dry, but it always gives really vivid, beautiful results. Now mine's being stamped over ink and it's on a watercolor paper, and they haven't been stamped before. If you wanted a darker color, I would recommend a stamp positioning tool. I did pull out this Sizzix like Stamper's Secret Weapon, I think is what they call it, or something like that. I don't know. This foam pad that I've had for years and years and years. And I go ahead and stamp up all 3 flowers, and then I die cut them out. And now I'm cutting my card bases. I decided to make a 4x4. It's still small, it's square, and it's adorable. I need more thank you cards. I like to include thank you cards when people order from my shop, and I just had a launch yesterday of stocking stuffers, and I need more thank you cards to go in the orders. So I am making this for customers. So I'm making thank you cards today. I cut these on the 8.5 inch side, I cut it 4 inches, and then I turned my paper, and on the 11 inch side, I cut at 8 inches. So it's an 8x8 piece, and then you score at 4. And that's how you get a 4-inch square card base. Now, Ardith Percy Robb always makes 4-inch square cards. She really likes this size. So every time I make one, I think of her. And I think the last time I made one was when we crafted together on Craft Roulette. I love Ardith. Anyways, I have these journals paper pads on my desk, and they come in a whole rainbow of colors. And I am just going to take these and pick a color, tear the sheet with my ruler, and move on. So I'm not giving it too much thought, but I am going through and picking a different color for each background. I really loved Caroline's palette. I thought it was very lovely, perfect for fall. I am just doing a real free-spirited thing here. I don't necessarily have a color palette, but this green does go nicely with Caroline's cards. And this is actually vellum. And so this one is going to have a little vellum behind it. And then I'll do the same thing for the 3rd card. Pick a piece, trim it down with my ruler, keeping it super simple. I am keeping those little pieces that I tear off. I'm going to put them on the inside of my card, which you'll see at the end of this video. Now, there's one more element, and that's the sentiment. I am grabbing this one. It's called, the stamp set is called Uplifting. I don't know if May still makes it. It's years old. I used to be a part of her monthly stamp club, and I don't remember if that's what this is from, but I love it. It's so cool to have a vertical stamp set, and I just don't pull it out from my stash often enough. So I thought it would be so perfect for this layout, really complimentary. So I'm stamping this out with Scorched Timber by Tim Holtz. It's a Distress Oxide ink. And I'm just stamping it there along the right side. And what I'm going to do is glue down the patterned paper directly to the card base of each card. And then I will pop up the focal points with the flowers. Now with vellum, you can use a glue stick to glue vellum down, and you can put glue stick all over the back of the vellum and glue it down, and it won't show through. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm actually just using glue stick, and I put glue all over that, and that's how I'm going to keep my vellum down. If you use double-sided tape, it shows. If you use foam tape, it shows. Glue dots show. The only thing I've found that does not show, glue stick. Okay, so then I'm just using some foam tape to pop up my focal images. Like I said, these are super simple cards. If you're a beginner card maker, this would be such a fun and simple project to start on. If you don't have, the dies, don't worry about the dies. If you don't have square flowers, cut out a piece of patterned paper or stamp up the flower stamps that you do have and cut them into a square. This would be a great design to use for scraps as well. These are just little pieces of paper here. I didn't even measure these. It just wasn't necessary for me. And the card making today, I was just keeping it ultra simple and really enjoyed the process. I usually would put mixed media on there and do all kinds of things, but I just didn't think it was necessary. Now, one thing I am going to do is I have this stamp from My Favorite Things. It's a couple of years old. I know. I always show y'all things that's really old. It's because I'm using my stash. But it's so perfect because it says thank you for your order. And I'm going to put that on the inside of my cards along with that little piece of paper that I had cut off. So I'm cleaning up my stamp over there off to the edge. I'm going to trim down some of this paper. These were scraps that I had on my desk. Oh, you guys would be horrified if you saw my desk most of the time. But I blissfully craft there every day. If you're new to my channel, maybe you're looking at my channel and you're like, she doesn't make very many videos. If you are on my video tab, you're right. I don't make a lot of edited videos, but I do a lot of lives at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, typically. I'm an early morning crafter, and you're welcome to come join me anytime. So I really love finishing my cards with sequins, mostly gems at this point, like pearls or little faceted cut gems is what I like the most. I rarely use sequins anymore, but I do like them. I particularly like It Calls for Confetti. I like their sequins a lot. But my favorite is pearls and gemstones. I just love adding a little touch of bling to all the cards. To me, it just always finishes them off so nicely. Enamel dots are nice too. So there are my 3 cards. Let me show you what they look like, each one. I like this silver sparkle. And then this is what the inside looks like. I put the sentiment and the scrap paper at the top, and that way I'd have room to write a sentiment to say thank you on the bottom. I hope you guys enjoyed these cards. I thought they were great for beginners, but I I just loved making them anyways. I was so inspired by Caroline. I can't wait to see what everyone makes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.